Hey girl, hey, this is Getting Younger, the show where we all geek out about younger together. I'm your host, Taylor Strecker, coming to you live from Union Square in New York City. So by now you know that you're in charge of the show, it's your show. You drive the conversations by sending your questions, your comments, and voting in our fan polls. Speaking of which, let's get to our first poll right now. So Liza and Charles got a little closer this week. What do you think it will take for Charles to finally come around? Time, therapy, a damn drink, or amnesia? Type your votes in the comment section below and we'll get to all that in just a few minutes. But first, my guest of tonight needs no introduction, but I'll give her one anyway. She's a star of the show that we're obsessed with, a two-time Tony Award winner, and also happens to be a fantastic human being. It's Liza herself, Sutton Foster. Welcome!
Hi!
Thank you for being here.
I'm thrilled to be here.
You look lovely.
Oh, thank you very much.
And you're very in tune with tonight's episode. It's like a little teaser.
It's a little Sound of Music-esque.
Yes, it is. We're gonna get to that in just a little bit. Yep, see, you come to the show and we give you guys teasers the whole way through. Also, we have a cocktail of tonight. Oh, yeah. Tonight we're drinking a cocktail called Tall, Dark, and Stormy, and I've been told it tastes exactly like Charles Brooks. So, Sutton, cheers.
So cheers. I'm like, does it?
And you're gonna have to give us the verdict on that one.
It's refreshing.
And I'm instantly drunk. So we have many, many things to get to in our show tonight, but first, let's revisit last week's episode. Liza and Charles may have gotten a little closer to being okay. Take a look.
When are you gonna trust me again?
I don't want to do this right now, Liza.
Just talk to me, please, Charles. Just yell if that will help. The silence is just, I just don't know how much more I can take. If you're trying to punish me, it's working.
Night, Liza.
Good night.
Oh, I'm dying over here. Gosh, Sutton, when is he gonna trust Liza again?
I mean, he really feels betrayed by her, and that's all he can see right now. I feel like he can't see Liza as a whole person.
No.
All he sees is that she lied to him.
I get that, but don't you think he's relieved that she's not in her 20s?
I guess a part of him probably is.
Yes.
But again, I think he's so blinded by this lie. And I really feel like his reaction is valid and earned. I mean, this is not only just someone who's lied to him, but this is someone in his company. This like affects more than just their relationship. The stakes are way high.
Do you also think it's because it came from Ella Moore and he told it in like a way that almost made her seem like a con artist? Like if you had told him.
That's the one thing that I hated is that Liza didn't get to tell him.
I know.
And she tried, you know, there were many moments throughout the seasons where she's tried to tell him, but that it came sort of this backhanded way.
Right. I guess fine, he's entitled. We'll forgive him.
He is entitled, he is. But it is damn time that he get over it.
We're sick of it.
I know, it is, it's so frustrating. And like Liza, in the last episode, you know, gives one more plea, right, in that scene. Begs, please, like, just talk to me. Like, and then I feel like when she says goodnight, she's also saying goodbye.
Because it's like, are her patience gonna eventually run out?
Yeah, well, she's also like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to let you go.
Oh, no, Liza, don't let go.
Well, I had to let him go. But that's what I feel like the last scene of the episode is when she comes in and throws that.
Oh, she's like,
you know what? Boom.
Deuces, mic drop.
Yep.
And suit.
And an ice blue suit.
Oh, I love the look. I was like, hello, boss lady. By the way, speaking of Charles, we actually have Peter Herman on the show next week.
Oh.
So is there anything that we should ask him about? It could be show related or life related, but you get to tell us. No pressure.
All right, I'll come up with a good one. I'll have to think of something. I'll have to think of a doozy.
You guys have to remind me to check back in on that one.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, no.
I will. Okay, well,
Liza.
it's time right now for our poll results. I know, is that a little PTSD
It freaks me out, because I'm like, where is she? I'm ready, coffee.
every week we do
Liza.
polls, and we do a lot of
Stop
polls. And that's my sounder to say go to the poll results. So, girl, I'm now in the PTSD zone with you. Okay, so our poll results are in. What do you think it will take for Charles to come around? Okay, so the majority of people say time. It's time. I think that's a very intelligent response, and I actually agree with it.
I like amnesia. Just knock him upside the head. And he's like, what? Oh,
Remember.
I don't remember.
I like a drink because I think a drink always fixes
Well, we
any
tried
problem.
that. That's what we tried in the last episode.
We had absinthe. That didn't fix it.
No?
Nope,
No?
didn't fix it.
Booze didn't work.
Okay, guys, now it's time for your second poll of the night. So, last week we met rock star Chrissy Hart. Which one-liner from Chrissy was your favorite? Oh, so many were so good.
my gosh.
Want me to sign your boobs?
Oh, I like that.
Bookie time. I want you to taste my booch. Have you ever seen a $10,000 dildo? Cast your vote by typing it in the comment section below, and we'll get to that in about 5 minutes. And keep those questions and comments coming as well. Speaking of which, let's get into some fan questions for Sutton right now.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, yeah, Sutton,
Okay.
they take over the show.
Okay.
It's all about them what they want. I'm a fan too, though, so I get some questions as well.
Okay.
Let's go to Gabriella B. She says, what is it like to work with Peter? Great question.
Oh, Peter is amazing. You know, I will say this about the entire cast is that we all genuinely love and respect each other, and we have a really wonderful time on set. Like the set, if anything, we get in trouble for laughing and not, you know, there's no like bad apple.
Ugh.
It's like everyone is just comes to work but it's, you know, I feel really lucky. Peter's awesome. I just admire him as a human, as a father, as an actor. I know it's rare and that chemistry thing is always so elusive.
Yes.
And so I feel really lucky that I have chemistry with Peter and with Nico. Like,
Yes.
how cool is that?
Very.
So it's just a very rare, special thing. But Peter's awesome. We have a ball working together.
Well,
It's great. Makes it easy.
Speaking of chemistry,
Uh-oh.
our next question from Martha J. Sutton. When do you think Liza fell in love with Charles? I think that is a genius question. Do you have an answer? When? I'm trying to think back from an audience perspective.
I mean, it happened.
Season 1 or 2?
I think it might have been in season 1.
When she knew he had a brownstone girl.
Well, there's a pivotal scene in it's episode 8. We were talking about this earlier, where she babysits his kids.
Yes.
And they sort of share this moment. I mean, I think she's definitely clocked him at work and stuff, but I think that's when. That at least is when things change, where Charles changes in her mind.
Yeah.
Is that scene.
And also, may I note, when she saw his brownstone. That's my own thing.
And when she saw
I'm
the brownstone.
obsessed with the brownstone.
But I don't know when she fell in love with him.
Yeah, fell in love.
I know. I'm not sure when that happened. I don't know. That's a great question.
That's a great question. A great question.
Because she's definitely in love with him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But when was that moment? Isn't that love, though? I feel like you can't ever quite pinpoint. It's like so many different moments of like the build up to the love.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even remember like who said it first in my relationship. I love you.
Yeah.
It's still like foggy because you're in that like that cycle of just like utter passion and romance.
Yeah, and I think just Charles and Liza are just magnetically just drawn to each other, and they just don't even know what it is. You
Yep.
know, they just can't sort of stay away from each other.
Well, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
So I heard that tonight is possibly your favorite episode, the one that we're about to see.
Yes.
Of this season. So can you
Yes.
tell us why?
Well, it's our first Christmas episode,
Yes.
which is we shot it in April. And
Is that so weird?
yeah, but it was kind of awesome because everyone they decorated Empirical with Christmas. There's like a book. They made a Christmas tree out of books with
didn't
lights.
know that.
I know. I don't even know if it's in the episode. But and like Maggie's loft is decked out Christmassy.
Yep.
Grant wrote the episode, and he wanted Liza to make everyone gifts, and I crochet on the set, and so they had Liza make all the gifts. So I made the gifts that are in the episode. So there's like a hat and a scarf. And
You made those?
Yeah.
Come on!
Because I was like, you can't have her do this and me not make them. So I was like super excited to like make the gifts for everybody on the show. And then I just feel like it's there's something about Christmas and the spirit of the holidays that it's just it's a magical time, and it softens the heart. So
It does.
I feel
also
like
a teaser. You're teasing perfectly tonight.
Okay, good.
So thank you. All
right.
Okay, next question is from Nicole C. What has been the best part of playing Liza?
Best part of playing Liza? I guess being able to sort of, I can live another time period in the safety of a television show.
Right.
So I have no desire to be a real life millennial or to be in my 20s, but I think that's what's been so much fun. And to be able to be in a show that is, it is all about, you know, reinvention, and I always say like hopeful optimism, and it's, she's just I like that her MO too is about being a working woman, and like that she feels very passionate about what she does, and about, you know, she's a mom first, a friend first, and I think that's, and then these boys are beautiful distractions, but I feel like that she will do anything for her friends.
Yeah. I agree. I love this show so much.
I love it too.
It's literally like goals AF. I'm like, if I could just live my life like Liza, minus all the lying.
Oh, right, yeah. But I don't feel like she doesn't.
No, I
That's
feel bad
what's so
for
interesting
her.
about her.
Empathize.
She's like, doesn't want to hurt anybody. You know, it's like it was just what she had to do.
It's exhausting. It's
Yeah.
like, it just kept building and building and
And I
building
think
before
this
she knew it.
season too, she's kind of like, she's sort of she's tired of the lies. She's tired of the secrets. She wants to be more authentic.
Yes.
But what's ironic is that I feel like because of this lie, she's actually more authentic in her life. Like she has found a greater truth of who she
Because
is.
she's not lying to herself, which so many people do.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
Rule of thumb, lie to others, not to yourself.
Exactly.
I like that, actually. Words to live by. Words of wisdom. Okay, Heather T says, how will Josh handle this? I just feel he will fall apart. And I don't know
You mean
what
about Charles?
this is. I mean, what about Charles, though, you know? I think this is a trick question, trying to get us to spill something.
Oh, if something happens with Charles, how would Josh react?
That's what I think, right? Is this person going off the previews? I think so, maybe.
Probably, I'm sure. I mean, it's the Charles, he punched him in the face.
Yes, true.
Yes, true.
Great moment.
Yep. And Josh is a hopeless romantic. And I mean, honestly, just like Charles and Liza are drawn to each other, so are Josh and Liza.
Yeah.
I do think that, we'll see.
You know what, actually, it just hit me, in all fairness, last week's episode, when Kelsey comes home from that Zayn one-night stand, or not one-night stand, millionth night stand, she makes a comment about you guys being together at Chrissy Hart's, and Josh asks where you are, and he says Shelter Island, and then Josh looks defeated. So that's probably where the question's coming from, so great question, I apologize. So yeah, because he did look so defeated, so if you and Charles end up together, is it gonna be crushed? God. Poor Josh.
Josh is pining over Liza this season quite a bit.
Yeah.
He had that moment where he said, "I'm not ready to give up yet." He was hugging me in his Nico brooding way.
He's so
I'm not ready to
smooth.
give up yet.
So Nico's so smooth.
But I think that Liza genuinely cares for Josh. I mean, I really do. And I think that her sort of putting the brakes on that relationship is because she loves him so much.
And doesn't want to mislead him.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Liza.
But
Yeah.
fair enough. Speaking of brutal,
And then I
your
drink
poll
every
results
time.
are in. Which one-liner from Chrissy was your favorite? Okay, let's see. Ooh, booch. Want to taste my booch. She was talking about kombucha, by the way. Yeah. Booch is, it's tea, right? Kombucha?
Isn't it that like fermented
Fermented
thing?
tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Boocha. Okay, you guys, thank you for your votes. Let's go to poll number 3. Let's do another fan poll. So since we have a Tony Award-winning actor with us, yes, we want to know if Liza and Charles' relationship were a Broadway show tune, which one would it be? I get a kick out of you from Anything Goes, On My Own from Les Miserables, Forget About the Boy from Thoroughly Modern Millie, and We Go Together from Grease. Start voting right now by typing your answers in the comment section below, and bonus points for anyone who knows what all of these songs have in common. I know, because I've been at rehearsal for hours.
And I know too.
I wonder why. Okay, so while you guys are voting, let's play a little game. When it comes to Younger, everyone's favorite question is Team Josh or Team Charles. So we thought we'd flip the script and ask Team Nico or Team Peter. But don't worry, Sutton, we're not going to ask you to choose. We just want to see which one of your love interests you actually know better.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm going to read a fact about one of them, and you have to tell me if it's about Nico or Peter. And everyone watching at home, you can actually play by typing your answer in the comment section below. Ready?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay.
Fail.
I was so mad about not getting cast as Duty in Grease in high school that I sang along to those magic changes backstage every night to remind people of how much better I would have been for the part. Is that Peter or is that Nico? And you guys don't forget, you vote at home. You are actually playing against Sutton. Okay, what do you think?
Well, I think I know. I know. I'm like looking to see.
You think you know?
No.
Okay.
I think it's Nico.
You think it's Nico?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's Nico?
Because Nico has a theater past, like a musical theater past, and he can sing. I don't know if Peter can sing.
Does Peter?
I don't think Peter can sing.
Okay, well, let's see what the audience says. The audience says Nico too. Overwhelmingly Nico too. But guess what, guys?
Peter's gaining.
Guess what?
Is it
It's
Peter?
Peter. It's
No.
Peter. I know. I was shocked too. I could not believe that.
Huh.
One more thing for us to talk about on set.
I'm gonna have to hear this.
Keeping all these little lies from me.
Oh my gosh, that is fabulous.
So you
All
are
right.
both at 0.
Great.
That's great.
Great.
Okay, so this next one
gonna
is,
kill it. I'm crushing it.
I hate cottage cheese phonetically. Is that Peter or Nico? Yeah, you heard me. I hate cottage cheese, ... phonetically.
I'm gonna say Peter?
Because he's like a wordsy guy.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so let's see what the audience says. So you're locking in at Peter?
Sure.
Or
I'm obviously just
locking in at
nailing
Peter?
this. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
And the audience says overwhelmingly Nico. And guess what? Is the Nico. That's a Nico thing to say, right?
I guess.
Does he hate dairy? Or just cottage cheese?
Sure.
I get it. I have that word with panties. It's like
Oh,
no.
I don't like panties.
It's like no, always no.
I don't like soup.
Soup?
I like to eat soup. I don't like the word soup.
So what do you do when you have to order soup?
I order like the bisque. I like a bisque, but not a
I'll
soup.
take a chowder,
Blech.
but you know, with the chicken broth that actually is noodles or matzah, you know what I mean.
I have to get one of these. Were those the only 2 questions?
No, many more. Okay, you've time to recover.
All right.
Time to recover, 3 to recover. Okay.
terrible.
They're just one ahead, don't worry. I know you're competitive, so I'm sorry.
I just feel like a failure.
Okay,
All right.
I ran with the bulls and Pamplona, Spain.
Ooh. Oh, I think Peter did that.
Okay, you think Peter did that.
Sorry.
It's like a Nico thing to do to me. I don't know. Audience, what do you say? She's locking in at Peter. The audience locked in at Nico. Guess what? You're correct, Sutton.
See, I remember that. I did remember saying
Right
that.
now, you guys are tied.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh,
getting
you're on the
sweaty.
scoreboard.
Okay.
Okay, you can hold your head up high. So we've got 2 more to go.
Okay,
I believe
ready.
in you. Okay. So I can make a 3-leaf clover with my tongue. Is that Peter or is that Nico?
I would say.
You guys vote? Don't
I
forget
know,
to vote.
I have to let them have a moment before I jump in, but I'm excited.
They've been voting opposite you though, so.
I know.
Might
I'm
be
going to say
working.
Nico.
You're gonna say Nico.
Yeah.
Is it Nico? Is it Peter? What's it gonna be? Okay, audience is locked into Peter. Wow. That's interesting. Well, guess what? Sutton is correct. Yay! It's Nico.
Okay, everything's
I
all right
believe
now.
that's a very Nico thing. I can't
Right?
do that with my
I
tongue.
can't do that, no.
I can't even roll my tongue.
I can fold it in half.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
special. Congratulations. I can't do anything with my tongue but talk. Yes.
All right.
And eat.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so you're ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so guys,
I feel
this is
good
your
about
opportunity to tie it up, or this is your opportunity to crush them.
Great. I'm gonna
Okay, here we
you
go.
guys.
My first ever autograph signing was at Kroger's supermarket in Columbus, Ohio, where I ended up signing one autograph in 3 hours. Bleak. Is it Nico or Peter? Signing autographs at Kroger's supermarket in Ohio. What does the audience think? Type away, comment away, vote away. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna say Nico.
You're gonna say Nico.
Yeah.
You're gonna say Nico. The audience also is locking in at Nico, and you're both wrong.
Well, I still win though.
Did you see that? She goes,
But I still win.
that means you still won. That means you guys lost. No, I'm just kidding. You guys did so great.
That was cray-cray.
Liza.
I'm gonna ignore her for a
Yeah.
second. I was gonna say that I feel like Nico would be around for like selfies over autographs.
Right.
That was the giveaway for me. Plus, I also have the answers in front of my face.
Well, yeah.
A little unfair
Probably right
advantage
back
I've
there,
got going on.
which I could have looked at.
Okay, that noise means it's time for your poll results there. And if Liza and Charles' relationship were a Broadway show tune, which would it be?
Aw.
And the majority of you said, we go together from Greece. That's sweet. Okay, what do you think about that? You think that that's foreshadowing? That their meter's correct? Without giving too much away?
Well, I do think, I mean, and I've said this before, I do think that the one thing that we haven't seen on the series is the Charles and Liza relationship has not been explored.
Right,
So,
true.
you know, that'd be nice.
It would
Someday.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice?
That could be a good theme song too.
Wouldn't it be nice?
And then also for the super fans out there, did you guys guess what these 4 songs and musicals have in common? I don't know, did they? Okay, well let's have Sutton just tell them.
Well, they're all from shows that I've performed in.
Yes, you have. On Broadway.
Yeah.
Amazing, that blew my mind. I didn't know about all of them.
Yeah.
Girl, you busy.
I've been very busy.
Okay, guys, now it's time for some more fan questions. Let's go to Donna B. What is your favorite part about Liza and Kelsey's friendship?
Oh, I like that Liza and Kelsey, well, and especially now because their relationship now spans, the lie is not a part of it, right? But what I love is that it's this multi-generational relationship of 2 women who share an equal passion about work and their and book publishing, but they're not about taking each other down to get to rise to the top. If anything, they are stronger together.
And we don't always see that in television. That's the one thing that's a common thread people always talk about with Younger is the women are actually nice to each other. And it is, I mean, it's so refreshing, but it's true. I think it does reflect the way things work in society with women. And so you guys reflect like the side that we should aspire to be.
I love that, and I'm proud to be on a show that is about that. That it is about women helping women and not throwing people under the bus to get ahead.
Tearing each other down.
And so I feel like the Kelsey and Liza relationship is the real heart of the show.
It was really hard last season to watch you 2 fight.
It's the worst.
What's been harder for you? You and Kelsey fighting or you and Charles fighting?
I think the Kelsey Liza was harder.
It was tough. Plus you told her, so there was like no redemption, or so it seemed.
Yeah.
But then,
She was cold, and she like pulled me. You know, there's that scene where she makes me get drunk, and she's like, she's like, yeah, boot and rally. She's like, boot and rally. Oh, it's just so awful.
and you're like, boot and go to bed.
Yeah, I know, boot and go home.
Boot and go home.
But that was really rough. And we, even as Sutton and Hillary, we were like, oh, this is just torturous.
Can we make
We're like,
up
can't
now?
can't we be friends again?
Oh,
Because it's hard. I mean, and same with Peter and I too. It's hard when you have like these relationships on, at work, these characters who you sort of depend on them to sort of have, and then to be at odds is, and it's always on Liza to be like, like please, let me explain. So it's like constantly like her, groveling to sort of beg for forgiveness or understanding or, you know.
She does a great job of that.
Well,
She's like an Olympic groveler.
she is.
She is. Okay, so another question from the audience. Jessica M. Does Liza love both Josh and Charles? Sutton, what is your view on being in love with two people? Oof. You guys are killing it with the questions tonight. Thank you.
It's tricky because I think that, oh gosh, I think that Liza, these two men provide different things for Liza, and I think they bring out different aspects of her. Almost, if you could combine them together, they'd be like the perfect guy for her. I don't think she's. I do think that she's in love. Oh, it's so hard to say. It's like hard to think. I do think that she's in love with Charles, and I think that she loves Josh.
Ah, different.
A little different.
Yep. Okay.
Is that fair to say?
It's fair. It's fair. Yes, absolutely.
At least for right now.
Okay, I like that. I like that
You know
better
what?
for right now.
But it could change.
Yes.
And as far as how I feel about loving two people is that I think that love is such a tricky word, but I don't think it's possible to. Let me think about this. I don't know if it's possible to be in love with two people.
Right.
I think that you can have an enormous affection for someone, but as far as committing yourself or whatever that means in love, you know, whatever that means to each person individually, I think that to give yourself over to someone completely, I think is like a singular thing.
I'm with you, totally. Let's go to Katie C. So Sutton, what do you think Diana will be more upset about? Liza's age, or Liza and Charles potentially getting together? I have my answer.
Ooh,
what do you think?
I think she'll be more upset about Liza and Charles
Totally
together.
agree. Totally.
I think, this is just me like guessing, I think Diana knows about Liza's age.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Like somehow it'll come out and she'll be like, what do you think, I'm an idiot? She's like, I've known, whatever. Or at least she'll pretend like she's always known.
I think she'll pretend like she knew.
Yeah.
But I don't think she knows. But I think she might be actually more inclined to want to be Liza's friend.
I think so too. That relationship is just so awesome. Because I feel like Liza, she understands Diana.
Yep.
Because she just gets this woman, so therefore she can sort of put up with, you know, all of her antics and things. But I think that they could be friends. But I think Diana will freak if she ever found out that Liza and Charles, because no one knows in the office.
No, she will always
anything. I mean,
hold
this is Pat.
a candle for Charles, no matter what.
I know.
She just she loves him. Okay, let's go to T-Zip H. What was the most fun scene to shoot this season?
Oh, okay. Well, let me think of what we've seen thus far. Well, this has been like my favorite season yet, like the whole season, just because I feel like the writers have provided us with just such juicy stuff. There's a scene in this episode. I mean, a lot of this episode was a lot of fun. There's a scene in this episode with Caitlin, with my daughter, with Tessa, who plays Caitlin, where we're at a holiday party, and like doing that was really, really fun. It was unlike anything we've done on the show yet, and to be able to do it with her was super fun.
You guys shoot at some also like bomb-ass places in the city.
We shoot in incredible places.
Oh my God.
And I'm always like, where am I?
Who
and I'm
lives
like,
here?
I know, it's amazing. And we like early on we shot at a shuffleboard place where the marriage vacation party.
Restaurant.
What's it called?
Isn't it a restaurant? Isn't that where it is? It's a restaurant in the city on the Upper East Side?
No, it's in Brooklyn somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was like this giant warehouse with like shuffleboards and Orangina things.
How did you guys shoot at Marie's Crisis?
Oh, I don't know.
That blew my mind.
I know, but a lot of the places that we get, I'm like, who let us in here? Yeah, it's been awesome. We've had some really, really cool places.
Everyone gets like also a taste of New York and Brooklyn, truly.
But
like,
I do too, because I don't leave my house. It's great, unless I'm doing Younger.
Okay, let's go to another fan question. Amy J. You are my favorite Broadway actress, and you are why I started watching this show. What's your favorite thing about working on screen as opposed to on stage? That was my question. You stole my question. It's a great question.
I think the thing that I love most about doing television is that the character gets to evolve.
Yes.
So and I absolutely love performing live, and I love doing shows, but every night you start over at the beginning, which is also an opportunity because you get to like mine a character and develop, it can grow, but you're telling the same story every night. And with TV, the characters evolve, and you have to like let go of what you did and like move on, and you're like, oh, I wish maybe I could have done that better, but I got to keep going.
And you don't know where it's going to go.
You have no idea.
The writers don't tell you anything.
No, and it's just a different pace. I feel like theater is like this rush of like, there's nothing like performing live and being on stage, and TV's much more like this sort of consistent kind of like, this type of pace, which is also kind of, it's nice, is a nice change of pace for me. But my favorite part is really being able to like play a character that evolves, and I get to tell a different story every single day as a new challenge.
Yep.
Which is fun.
You guys, thank you for your questions. Well, guess what? Tonight's episode of Younger is moments away, and we're gonna give you a sneak peek. This is called What Happens Next. So I'm gonna play a clip from tonight's episode, freeze it, and at a specific moment, you're going to vote on what happens next. Ready? Roll it.
So, when will we see the Miller family tradition?
What? We don't really have a family thing.
Oh, we most certainly do.
Yeah, Caitlin told me once when we were drunk. It sounds hilarious. Don't play dumb, Mom.
Yeah, don't play dumb, honey.
Freeze!
Oh, God.
That was a dramatic freeze. I just want to make sure you guys
Never looked better.
So I'm going to give you a half of the answer, and you'll have to guess the rest. So the Miller family's tradition is singing a song from The Sound of Music. Which song do you think they sing? 16 going on 17, Do Re Mi, The Lonely Goatherd, or Edelweiss. Okay, vote by typing your answer in the comment section below. Sutton, I gotta ask you, what was it like to sing on the show? Because you do, that's a teaser.
I do sing on the show, but coming from theater and being a musical theater actress and being on television, I remember early on talking to Darren Star, and I said, I don't want to sing.
You said, don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing. Okay, I'll sing. But I was like, I don't think Liza sings because, like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, right. Liza.
Yeah.
I don't think Liza has any like hidden talents, And if anything, But I do believe that whatever she does with gusto.
Yes.
And she really. So therefore, it's fun to sing on the show, but it definitely isn't. What we do on the show is very homespun. It's very like what you would see in a family living room. It's not what you would see on a Broadway stage.
And I don't want to give too much away because you guys are about to see the scene, but yeah, so you doing this was you not as Sutton Foster, the Broadway star.
This was Liza Miller.
Liza.
Of course.
Oh, durr.
Oh, but that's what's kind of fun about it, right? Because I don't think
cute.
Liza all of a sudden is like, oh, like that would just be weird.
I weirdly expected that.
Really? No. But then everyone would be like, why is she in book publishing? Like, what is she
Liza,
doing?
it's time to get another job and just
she
be
gets
with
to
Charles. Okay. While you guys are voting, let's play another game. This is called In Vino Veritas, which translates to In Wine There Is Truth. So I have my giant glass of wine.
Oh, no.
And so when you guys came for the season premiere of Getting Younger, or season premiere rather, you all wrote questions just in general, right? But some of you wrote questions specifically to other cast members.
Uh-oh.
So you got one of those, honey.
Okay.
So that's why you have one.
It's so big.
So reach in.
All right.
Oh, this is what I drink my wine out of. My tall, darkened stories. And tell us who wrote it to you, and then read the question.
Oh, Lord. My name is Miriam, and I've always wanted to ask Sutton this question. What's your favorite musical?
Sorry.
It's Sweeney Todd.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because when I was in college, I was like a late bloomer into the musical theater.
How late?
Meaning like, I didn't know what, I was born before the interweb.
I love you.
So I didn't know, like, you know, no one in my family was in the entertainment industry, or, you know, so like when we were growing up, I started doing local theater, but then we would go to the library and like check out like cassette tapes of like Broadway musicals to listen to, because my mom was like, my daughter likes to do this, so we should educate ourselves. So I went to, when I was in college, the musical that they did was Sweeney Todd. And I had the biggest crush on the guy who played one of the leads. And I saw it like 5 times, and I sat, and he had like an entrance down the aisle, and I would sit in the aisle so that I could watch him. This is just terrible, and now you know. So he would like walk down the aisle, and I would pretend like he was singing to me. And then I just became obsessed with the cast recording, and it will always be my favorite. But but my favorite version of it was the college perform, you know, that version of it.
I get that. I had it with Secret Garden, which is so obscure, but it was like one of the first musicals I was like exposed to.
You know, it's coming back.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, they're doing a revival.
Well, I met a girl at theater camp, Taylor Strecker, and she was on Broadway, and so I thought I was obsessed with her too. I used to watch her walk down the aisle. No, but for real, I was like obsessed with her.
Of course.
And so I started to listen to the musical to know it more, and then I just fell in love, in love with it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So yeah.
Oh,
musicals are awesome.
Liza.
I love that. Okay, that sound means your final poll results are in. Let's see which song from The Sound of Music you guys think the Miller family is going to sing. And it is, Lonely Goatherd. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I made one mistake at the very end of the show. I have the flu, I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Killing it.
well, are you wrong? Are you right? Well, we're about to find out, because tonight's episode of Younger is about to start. Get excited. Thank you so much to Sutton for joining me. I adore you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is awesome.
And thank you so much to the fans for watching. We love you. The show is for you, by you. And we'll be back next week with Peter Herman. And in the meantime, be sure to check out our podcast, Younger Uncovered. New episode every Wednesday. We're going to leave you now with some bloopers from tonight's episode. So enjoy. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Cool.
It's Christmas time in the city. La, la, la.
2 pieces of good news, actually. Well, what? Well,
Glad you're here in front of me.
me?
Sorry.
Did you just do that move?
Yeah. Jake, I have to run to it. I'm doing super good this time. I know. Jake, it has been a pleasure. Let's do more words. I'm actually going to talk like a person. For real. Jake, it's been a pleasure. I have another hug.
Merry Christmas.
It's perfect. It's up, Caitlin.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what that shuffle was.
I sneezed. Sorry.
Did you? I didn't even hear it. God bless you.
There's something going on between you two.
I'm sorry you're making me laugh. You're scaring me. I feel like I did something really bad. I'm so sorry.
Look. No word. This isn't real. No, this is real. This isn't real. No, wait, that was real.
I can't. Sorry. I'm being attacked. Stay out.
Subscribe to Younger Uncovered.
The podcast dedicated to all things Younger.